Hey Siri, how do you say plyloroplasty?
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's story time will be on part 2, going into the gastric pacemaker surgery, on why I didn't get the gastric pacemaker when I was supposed to get the gastric pacemaker. You like, comment, subscribe, share. So 2 days before my surgery on January 28th, 2016, I had several tests done to get clearance for the upcoming procedure. After all the exams, my surgeon's coordinator came to my room. She came to my room and she told me the time that I'll be going into surgery, not to eat before 12, not to eat after midnight. Day before my surgery, I was really anxious and hungry. I didn't eat much because I was scared of causing a flare-up, vomiting, and the surgery being delayed. Now, the day of the surgery, January 28th, 2015. The morning of the surgery, I felt something was wrong. One, I knew something was wrong. Second, I didn't go down when I was supposed to go down for surgery. That was a red flag right there. The escort had came around 10:30. I was scheduled for surgery at 7:30. It was either 7:30 or 8 o'clock. My mom walked with us to the surgical area, and my mom held my hand the whole time. When we walked through those doors and my mom let my hand go, I started to panic. I cried, and it hit me that this whole situation is real. When the escort handed me over to the surgical team, I was just like, oh shit. Like, this is real. This ain't no play. This is real. So now I'm in the surgical room and they're prepping, they're talking. So as I'm laying there, I heard one of the assistants on the medical team say, "Where's Dr. Zanagar?" I'm saying to myself, like, what you mean? Y'all know where Dr. Zanagar is? No one knew what Dr. Zanagar was. Meanwhile, they're looking for Dr. Zanagar. The anesthesiologist gave me an IV in my hand for the anesthesia. About maybe 25 minutes later, Dr. Zanagar came in. He looked upset. He looked pissed off. He was outside talking to my mom, and he told her that he ordered the gastric pacemaker and the pacemaker never came. It never came. Came in and he explained to me that he's going to be performing another surgery. It's the pyloroplasty combined with Botox. After hearing him tell me that the gastric pacemaker wasn't going to be installed, I wanted to cry. Like, I was extremely heartbroken, disappointed. I wanted to cry because I had hopes of getting this done and healing and being back to my old self because I wanted to eat. And I low-key was happy that it wasn't going to go down because I've seen pictures on the internet and I wasn't happy with how the scars looked on people that I've seen get the gastric pacemaker. So I was, in a sense, I was happy. In a sense, I was disappointed. And I was just praying and hoping that this pyloroplasty procedure would help. Basically, with the pyloroplasty, basically they cut the bottom piece of your stomach right before the intestines begin. It widens the muscle and the Botox would freeze the opening of where they cut so the food could just pass through. It doesn't have to keep going like that. The hole will stay open. So the anesthesiologist, he's prepping. He asked me, what do I like to eat? I was going to say Benihana, and I never got the chance to say Benihana. I was out cold. The surgery, I woke up in ICU recovery. During surgery, my blood pressure kept dropping low, and I lost a lot of blood. So I had several blood transfusions in ICU, and I also had tubes in my nose. It was weird. Like, it was in my nose, but it was in my throat too. Like, I don't know how that even happened, but it was in my nose and in my throat at the same time. After recovery, I was transported to ICU for about 10 days. The morning after surgery, Dr. Zanagar's medical team came in, and one of the, I don't know if I call them doctors or residents. I'm going to call them residents. The resident, she went to touch my stomach and I screamed. She didn't even touch me. I just started screaming and hollering like, ah! It hurt! I'm in pain! And she's like, I'm not even touching you. So they gave me this clear thing to breathe in, like for my lungs or something. And they wanted me to breathe in it 3 times before they left the room. I tried to, but I couldn't. Like, my chest hurt, my back hurt, my lungs hurt, stomach, everything hurt. And also during my 10 days in the ICU, maybe about 5 or 6 days, I got blood transfusions because my blood levels would not come up. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I'm a vampire. After being in the ICU, I was transported to the regular floor. The recovery process for after the I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Plyloroplasty was long. I had that surgery the ending of January, and I'd say I didn't recover until about ending of June, the very, very beginning of July. The vomiting continued. Now, at this point, my nausea is lasting for days at a time. It wasn't for hours. It was literally days. I will go days without talking to anyone. I felt like I was in hell all over again. Nothing was working in my favor. I was still being admitted back and forth to the hospital. It didn't help much. It was like I went from being home for maybe 12, 15, 13 hours before going back to the hospital. I was home for about 2 days, 3 days, and I would go back to the hospital for weeks. So it didn't really help much. I gained 10 pounds, I would say, but I still couldn't keep much food down. My diet was still liquids, applesauce, mashed potatoes, baby food, smoothies. It wasn't like a successful surgery. He did what he could do because the gastric pacemaker didn't come, but that wasn't his fault. He doesn't make the gastric pacemaker. He ordered it from Medtronic. My gastric pacemaker is from Medtronic, and it did not come in time. And I was still in my depression phase. I wanted life to be over. I wanted my old life because I wasn't ready for this new life. All I knew was my old life, being happy, being able to eat, being able to party, drink, smoke, to do whatever I wanted, not being laid up in the hospital. I was like in the hospital so much, I was able to build relationships with the nurses and the phlebotomists that came to draw my blood every morning. Like, they knew me and I knew them. I just wanted a whole new stomach. It didn't work for me. Like, that's just it. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. That sums up part 2 of my story time about the pyloroplasty. Stay tuned for part 3. I will be going into my surgery on the gastric pacemaker and how it changed my life for the better. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it's such a long video. Like, comment, subscribe, stay happy, bless. See you guys in my next video.